Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the legendary Steel Division Normandy 44. We're about ready to go into a skirmish here today, so if you're excited, if you've been loving it, if you want to see more war games on the channel, including War Game, Men of War Assault Squad, Company of Heroes 1, 2, and even more Steel Division, go ahead and hit that like button. That is your chance, folks, to vote. So if this one gets up to 1,000 likes in the first hour of the release, I'm going to be putting up much more of Steel Division up until the release. So thanks very much for supporting the channel, and of course, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe as well. So, for those of you who don't know what Steel Division is, it's a beautiful RTS game developed by Eugen Systems and coming out very soon, being published by the legendary Paradox. So, two legends working together on this. So far in this pre-order beta, we have access to the American Armored and the Brit... Oh, actually, this is a Scottish Infantry division with very good armored support, too. You might be a little confused because they get so many Churchills, and it's a wonderful, 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 probably my favorite battle group in the game so far. So the Americans, a very close second, and then, of course, the Germans as well with their SS Panzer divisions, and, of course, what we'll be using here today, Luftwaffe forces, so both infantry division and a lot of aircraft here. Some okay tanks. You know, you got the Stug, which is considered tank, but, of course, is a tank destroyer under the tank tab. And then, of course, the beautiful aircraft. Look at some of these aircraft that we have access to here today. Of course, the HS-129B3, which is a beauty. Look at that gun. That's just going to shred right through any. Look at that, man. That thing is just incredible. Not to mention Ju-88Ss, which are going to be incredible on the battlefield as well. So, wow, if you love War Thunder, you're already finding a nice home here and being able to use these planes in a strategy game, which I haven't yet. I don't think I've seen a game such as this before. So it is legendary, beautiful, wonderful to see this game, basically War Game and, for example, Men of War coming together, but this is so much more. So wonderful legendary aircraft, just everything is just top tier right here. This is wonderful. Even the Storch recon plane and even the ability to fire rockets. And this one here, the FW-190G3, going to drop some bombs too. So in my battle group here for this division, I've created this division with a lot of infantry forces here. We're going to be playing against a medium AI here today and see if I can beat it, because I've been playing a lot against players and my tactics have been getting real refined here, but definitely not good yet. We'll see how good everyone is upon release, but it really depends on the map. It really depends on a lot of stuff. Who you're playing with, who you're playing against, what map, how many people, that kind of thing. Folks, you can have up to 10 v10 players in this game. That is 20 different people playing against each other at the same time. Folks, there are the Normandy landings on this game. 10 v10, Normandy landings. Can you believe that? Sword Beach is on there. Point du Hoc is on there. It's incredible. Who knows what's coming next, because, again, this is pre-order. But let's get right into it then, folks. I want to fight against the Americans here today, the American 3rd Armor, and we'll be advancing them with the 91st Luftland for the Germans. So, again, there are other battle groups such as the SS. We can take just a quick look at that just to see, again, young boys, basically, 17 to 18, being armed with some of the best equipment and, of course, very little training. So, of course, they've got the best of the best. For example, the Panther tanks. Of course, here's the Panther D, but even better, oh, that legendary Panther G. So, yeah. So if you love yourself big tanks, big equipment, RTS games, this is definitely the one for you. And, of course, let's just quickly show off then, before we get into the battle, just a quick little brief look into the American equipment. I just want to show off some of the tanks sitting there. You know they look cool. Beautiful right there. Is that Debbie or it looks like Derby. Little Derby here rolling around. Very, very great models on the infantry. Very good models on the tank. Eugen is very, very notorious for just having wonderful models in their games, and this is no exception. So for those of you who've been big fans of War Game, this is definitely going to be one for you. A quick look at the Brits, and then we're getting going here into battle. So here's the here's a crocodile. Actually, it literally does have. Oh, look at that! The tow trailer is there. I've never seen that. Look at that! It holds the fuel for the flamethrower unit here. So it can shoot fire, I believe, out of here, out of the turret, and then of course can still shoot its main gun and also coaxial. So very good, and that is definitely not one unit you want to encounter in the game. So everything from artillery is in here, and everything, little mortars, infantry units, recon, transports, all are here, folks. So let me know your favorite vehicles that you've been seeing so far in the game. Do you love aircraft? Well, I hope you do, because we're about to see them in action. Let's go ahead and fight these Americans here. Now, one thing you need to know, too, by the way, about medium, hard, very hard, if this is anything like it was in War Games, setting the difficulty is not adjusting the intelligence of the AI, but basically this is setting their handicap. So if you put it on very hard, they start with just more points than you would on the battlefield. So, for example, here, we're starting with well, we got to get to 2,500 conquest points, but right now we're it's 500. We can go up to 750, which might be a better start, so we'll do that. But if I put the enemy on very, I think medium means that they're equal with me, but if I put them on very hard, I think they get a 1,000-point advantage. So that's 1,750 versus me, and that would be, as the French would say, or no, as the Germans would say, no bueno, no bueno indeed. Yeah. Don't really speak any French. All right, so there you go. That's a joke, folks. Relax. All right, so starting Phase A. So this game, if you're not aware, does work in phases. And some of these maps, by the way, we're playing in the 1v1 size map, but this map is also available in a 10v10, which means all this gray space that you see around here is actually available to fight in. We're just fighting around the factory section, but if we went up to the 10v10, we can fight over the entire map. But here, just one very small battle between two divisions here in Steel Division Normandy 44. I want to be streaming this one more too, again, folks. So if you do subscribe, you'll be notified anytime that I'm streaming this game, and it's going to be a fun one, I think, and probably a lot of fun to stream too. Hopefully, there's not a lot of stream sniping from people, though. That's unsportsmanlike. So, all right, let's see. So we've got some basic infantry, some commanders, and a few other things. Basically, we've got nothing really for us going on except for the ability to call in rocket strikes with the BF-109 G2 BR-21, which is equipped with rockets. I'm also going to bring out the duck just to see if we can literally make the enemy duck and eliminate any early ground forces for the Americans. Okay, so we've got ourselves a couple of recon units out. We do have the option, by the way, for against the Americans to call out units that are armed with both Panzerschrecks and also the can we see that there? The FG 42, 7.92, etc., etc. Tells you everything you need to know about the unit, and it is a good unit too. If you get those troops to flank the enemy, they can harass them for a very long time, especially if they're in a hard point. We also have the ability to call out captured French tanks, and we do. This area over here is extremely important on this side of the river. So if you'll give me just a second here, I'm going to go ahead and set up myself a little bit of an attack. So anti-tank probably would be best for a 37. And let's go ahead and bring that up. I'm going to actually put that up here when I deploy, and what I can do here is if I put the AT gun here, I can look over this entire road here and any tanks that approach here as well. So we'll have two main roads locked down plus a field here as well. So very good to use against. Now you have to be very careful about what units you're choosing at the start. You can't buy everything, and of course with this game working in phases, as you see here, certain things are grayed out marked B, and especially if we get to the aircraft, wait, I should have some C units. For example, yeah, anti-aircraft. At the start, I don't have any anti-aircraft units aside from my planes, but once we get to Phase B and Phase C, when the timer over on the right side, see where it says Phase B in 10 minutes, first we have to fight with our basic units for 10 minutes. So for those of you who really enjoyed Rob's realism for Men of War Assault Squad and liked how you were limited and units would, you know, quote-unquote, arrive to battle after time, of course, you wouldn't start a battle with just the Panthers being here, being present. It would first be infantry skirmishes, and then after a while, some other stuff. So we're going to see if we can kill these Americans. We're going to hold them down and see what we can do, but I have a feeling Uncle Sam's really going to bring the pain here for us today, so I don't really know what to expect. So we're going to try to bring out some good units here, or at least a good variety of units, and we'll see if that can actually turn the difference here against these forces. I don't really have much of a plan aside from find out what the enemy is doing first and then call out units appropriate to deal with them. So let's go ahead and we're going to try to block the right side with the tank, some infantry, and see what we can do to hold them down over on that right side. And in fact, I think we might want to bring out a Panzerführer. Oh, he's too expensive, 45 points. Oh, but he is armed with AT. Oh, really? That's recon. But they are armed with the that Panzerschreck. Wonderful. All right, so I thought command units had AT. Well, I guess they do, the grenades. All right, without further ado, folks, you've waited long enough. Let's get started here in this fantastic battle. Let's go. Now, one thing you could do, I didn't explain, or maybe what I should have done, is you can actually set up where your units go at the beginning of the battle. And the nice thing is here in the solo play, I can actually slow down time to bullet time, so we can actually really take a look at the battlefield, which is a good, really good thing for explaining how the game works. You can slow things down or stop it, and if you're a noob, like I always will be, then you can understand how it works a little bit better. Slow things down, really process how things work. Alright, let's get our units into place. I'm going to try to get our commanders up here, or recon up here. I believe these units can fast travel too, by the way, over railroad tracks. So you see them here driving on the railroad tracks at a high rate of speed. Okay, looks like Americans are spotted. Let's go ahead and start unloading some of our units. And it looks like the Americans are going to start engaging us over here if we're not careful. And we better get some aircraft out, so let's go ahead and get our fast-moving Storch out. And it seems like we got ourselves a tank over here. Oh, we do. We got a big O tank. All right, let's bring out the tank buster. So let's go ahead and slow down time now, as I was mentioning. So here's this big beast in battle. Check this out. Beautiful aircraft. So we're going to see some panzer cracking going on right here. So let's go ahead and kind of keep an eye on it. We're going to play in slow now, and I'll be able to explain everything that's kind of going on here. So the American transports are armed with that beautiful 50 cal, and that can mean all the difference against enemy infantry and enemy vehicles. Here it comes. She's cracking. Go, baby, go. Look at that. Enemy vehicle eliminated. Wonderful. So that enemy tank just blown to pieces by that beautiful aircraft right there. So a wonderful way to eliminate those forces right at the start. Alright, we're getting smashed over here, so we better pay more attention. They do not like us out there. Oh boy, the Americans are going to surround us quickly. Wow, we're really going to be pinned down quickly by American forces. Let's go ahead and get a rocket strike out here. See if we can hit these 10 infantrymen. We're going to go... Look, even though we're going slow, the battle's still going pretty fast. This will allow us to get in all those zoom-ins, those close zoom-ins that you guys are always begging for. There goes the rockets. And beautiful. 4 men eliminated and the unit pinned down and now falling back. Alright, we're flanking around over here with our recon unit. Looks like the Americans have their own recon unit. Going to try to move towards that building. Let's get that AT up. And let's get that AT gun to scoot over here and start shooting at that American half-track, which is armed with 50 cals. No, it's armed with a 30 cal, but still very deadly against our forces. Very, very deadly. Alright, looks like the Americans are moving forward. We've really not got much choice in terms of anti-tank aside from these tanks, so definitely not the best, but better than what we normally would have. Alright, let's get these recon infantry in place. Alright, our AT gun just eliminated that half-track and is going to do the same over here. This is a PAC-36 firing off. It looks like it may be making... Oh, that beautiful ammo explosion there. Alright, the Americans are falling back in the center. Let's go ahead and call up more infantry. And let's also, let's see, a support unit of flamethrowers would be good. Let's see if we can burn the Americans out of their positions. Okay, a shaky start, but doing real well. We eliminated an American tank, and we also, I think we just captured an American rifle squad, too, as a prisoners of war. All right, let's go back up to normal speed now. And again, I've played this map a million times. I absolutely love this map. I want to keep playing this map. It really is great for learning. And you know, mostly what not to do, and how to really beat back that AI that is just incredibly... Look at, they're already 206 points above, so we need to start capturing territory. I don't know how the enemy gets little, you know, little sprouts into my territory like that. I can never do that when I'm playing. AI is just... It's a good thing to play against the AI and then learn. Yeah, los. Alright, looks like another infantry group's been eliminated. Our tank finally arrived, too. And it looks like the Americans have their own... Oh, boy, they got their own anti-tank gun moving up here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Oh, no, and they got a half-track out there. That's not good. Yep, so all of our troops are basically going to start bailing or exploding. Wow, look at that. Just 2 half-tracks on the road has changed the battle for the Americans. They pinned down and cut off our reinforcements from coming in like that. That is incredible. Very amazing. Whoa, where'd our 2 tanks go over here? What the... America? What are you doing? Alright, wow, this AT gun is firing overtime now. We need to get more aircraft out, so that way we can eliminate these American units like this. Unfortunately, we need 180 points to do so. Damn, how did the Americans get our, I don't know how they killed both those tanks in like one shot. I don't know how. Incredible. Alright, let's get these units out to the left. Try to start capturing and cutting off the Americans. Patton apparently is hauling ass. If they get close enough, by the way, to capture your call-out zones, they're no longer functional. So you really need to pay attention to those and watch out. Now, the Americans here have a very good early start. As you can see, these H3s and any vehicle with a 30 or 50 cal on it is an extremely effective battle unit. Alright, let's get into position. Oh yeah, the Americans are really pushing through that factory. Our reinforcements just aren't making it. Alright, our tank versus the Americans. Stuart tank has fallen back, being beaten by that French tank. Captured French tank. And he's hauling out of there. You can see the spears on the front of that tank are actually used from the beaches of Normandy, taking some of those hedgehogs and using those to try to spear through French hedgerows and such in farm territory. Now, we're not going to be able to hold here for long without more air support. Let's go ahead and I'm going to have to keep this recon plane on standby. Alright, let's get some more rockets out. Let's start doing some rocket strikes on the enemy. Gotta start getting these half-tracks, man. They're too good. Alright, aircraft are coming in. Rocket strike on one of these. Beautiful hit on that vehicle. Not destroyed, but definitely damaged. Wow, alright. Our vehicle over here killed by that AT gun. I had predicted that a while ago, but I did not want to break from that territory. Alright, let's see here. We don't want to hit that vehicle yet either. I'm looking for tanks here now. Alright, let's keep an eye on the Americans. Wow, they're going to just surround us here any second. Look at that wave pushing forward. The very incredible amount of units that they're able to call out. Alright, so one plane is in mission. Let's see what we can do. Ah, they're there. Alright, let's start hitting them. Alright, so this plane should circle back for another attack. That front's going to be pushed back all of a sudden. Those units are about to be captured. Not good. Alright, let's see here. We need more tanks out to deal with these guys. Looks like we're out of French tanks at the moment. Let's get some recon out. Unfortunately, recon is not able to capture, so you do need to use them in conjunction with infantry. Let's see if we can make a big comeback from this. This will be nice. Alright, let's cut these guys off right here. I have no idea how they destroyed those two tanks. I had a lot of money invested in that. Oh, beautiful. Engines failing on that one unit. Looks like an American 30 cal Jeep is engaging us, plus another half-track. Alright, we're going to make a defensive line here. Los. And we got infantry hiding here, keeping an eye on the Americans. Alright. Wow, this thing's got the turning radius of a continent. This thing is incredible. Very good, but very slow. Very, very, very slow. Alright, that unit's been eliminated. Look at that, man. They control a huge amount of the map. Alright, vehicle finally eliminated. American infantry caught out in the open. That American infantry can kill us. They do have AT weapons for the bazookas. American AT gun out there. Let's go for that. Tank is engaging. Get that infantry. Get the infantry in front of you, goofball. Alright, 57mm eliminated. Alright, we're starting to really kill the American units out in the open now. Looks like our tank destroyer's looking around for targets. Let's see if we can get that half-track. Nope, he's out of ammo. He's falling back. Alright, enemy unit eliminated there. It looked like it was over for the crazy dinosaur, but really that giant position in the map wasn't really that bad to take. Alright, let's continue to bring in aircraft. That's really where we're going to excel here. We really need to keep pounding the Americans into submission with our rocket strikes and our infantry spotting them. Just got to keep getting them to retreat. Over on that right side, we're holding incredibly. Alright, enemy half-track eliminated over there. Still keeping an eye on where the enemy's got units. Let's bring in these Ezotroopens. Wow. So a lot of players are complaining that the games are over too quickly, and you know, they're not able to get to point C and such, where the real big battle should take place. So 40 minutes may be a little too short a time for those of you playing in that short a time there. Looks like a command unit was eliminated there. Alright, we got infantry here about to attack us. Oh, it looks like our troops are finally holding. Americans still have their half tracks. Look at that. Now we're not going to have as much of a ground presence because we are the Luft forces, you know, the Lufthansa forces. So we're going to have a lot more aircraft than tanks, but we can at least still zoom in here, and let's continue to move this way. Infantry's falling back. We're going to cut those forces off. Looks like the Americans are moving around us again on the flank. Get in close. Capture these forces. Beautiful. All right, there's a good capture there. And moving in closer to pin them down and capture. Alright, let's capture those forces. Alright, so in order to capture, they need to be pinned down. So if you use an armored vehicle to pin them down while your infantry moves in, you're going to have a good time. Alright. Well, we're re-establishing the line like we had before. And we just engaged Phase B. Let's get ourselves a command unit up here. Start eliminating a lot of these little American half-tracks. Alright, let's start hitting them with rockets. I think we do have the ability to call out more. Yeah, we gotta keep hitting these damn half-tracks. These things are gonna be the death of me. Oh god. Looks like the Americans have a M20 rather, M20 command. Feuer! Oh, nice, hitting them right in the ass. Fuel explosion, recon units. Our command units here, and light recon units are very important for the Americans. Their ability to see on the battlefield is extremely important. Alright, so we basically stopped all their forces right here. All their half-tracks and such are coming into this area. Let's go ahead and get another recon plane up so we can start dealing with these Americans. And they pushed us all the way to the back on this side. We need to get more of a ground presence out so we can hold their forces back from doing these, you know, one unit comes in and all of Berlin apparently is captured. One guy walks across the street into Germany and it's, all of Germany's been captured. This game can be a little frustrating sometimes with its dynamic front line system, but this honestly is the one thing I thought was really missing from War Game Red Dragon. And I'm so happy it's here. This is great to see a front. You're actually capturing a front line, not just a, you know, imaginary or just somewhat important areas for whatever reason. Alright, so now we've got Scout coming in. So now we can start hitting these command units. So we see that one command unit there. Start getting our infantry into buildings. Oh, Opal Blitz was blown up. That's not a problem. Alright, let's see this command unit get hit. Now the nice thing is that these units will fire at the last position in which they saw an enemy unit. So if they lose line of sight, they don't just immediately abandon the fight. Alright, keep going, boys. Alright, whoever's down here is surrounded. So we got 10 infantrymen with bazookas. We want to be careful about that. Alright, we gotta get some more aircraft out, I think. Some bombers at this point would be very useful. Especially to eliminate infantry groups. See how much damage we can cause. Oh, nice. They're gonna be tightly knit. Oh, beautiful. Units have been pinned down and... Yep, very good. Good suppression on a lot of stuff over here. Alright, let's go ahead and keep hitting them. Oh, look at all their units out there. Incredible. Alright, let's get them with some more rockets, boys. This is exactly what we want them to do. Look at that, how many units we can kill now. This is the best scenario for us right now. Very good. Oh, wonderful, and a building being heavily damaged as well by that strike. Alright, so the Luftwaffe, see, you can see how players are saying it's over too early, because now I'm starting to get the jump on the Americans. It's only the middle of Phase B, and Patton's basically pushed all the way through Berlin. He's funneling in troops over here. So it's probably going to be the end for Crazy Dinosaur Man, but hell, it was one hell of a fight so far. Let's not be defeatist, let's get moving. Start capturing these units. Pin them down. Those enemy armored transports are incredible. Those American half-tracks are just rolling fortresses. Really good stuff from the Americans. Alright, let's see here. I can get some more troops out. Now, again, if you guys have, you know, criticisms and stuff, of course, that's fine. But really what we all need right now is tips and tricks and anything that people have learned. You know, for example, smoke. That's one thing I haven't even hit that smoke button once. Is it really worth it? Of course it is. But how do you use it? That's the big key. So anybody learning that kind of stuff, let everyone know. Oh, look at that. AT gun's getting real close. We can go spike that AT gun as the recon group. Let's get these guys to block. Alright, so we've got enemy, what is it, that command unit around here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Well, that was interesting. Aircraft just kind of came in. Let's hit another half-track here. Very good. Look at that. Look at how much destruction we can rain down on the enemy with the Luftwaffe. Wonderful. Yeah, we're really starting to get the hang of it, but unfortunately over at that point, so really a total defeat. But a real victory, I think. I'm starting to learn on that one, and I've definitely beaten the computer before. The Americans are a lot more difficult to play against than the British, and that's because the Americans have a lot of quick, light stuff that's high speed and hard to track down, whereas the Brits will kind of move a whole line. So the Americans are real pest troublemakers when it comes to getting behind your line and dismantling defenses, and you have to play a lot of cleanup, as where the Brits will continuously just be a force of death. And if an immovable object gets in front of an unstoppable force, there's always artillery, and the Brits are very good at that. So yet another total defeat for me, but I'm very ambitious to try again, where I'll be able to crush these Americans then. As actually, I should give them my own deck sometime. That's another cool thing you can do too, is that if you make a deck, you can give it to them and you can test it out and see maybe what the weaknesses are, or you can also give your deck codes to a friend, which is very useful. If you go into battle groups and just click copy, oh, actually that literally copies it. Oh, interesting. Well, I just learned something here today. How do I delete? Oh, I can't even delete? Okay, I guess I have 2 copies, but export is what you want here. So when the game comes out, you'll see a lot of players posting what would be known as a deck code, so you can always look out for that. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of changes between now and release day, which is May 23rd. Yeah, so so there's going to be a lot of stuff to change between then, so nobody's really going to be handing out their deck codes until then, so... Folks, that is it for me. I hope to see you all again soon. I should have put that timer on longer. I should have put that a little bit longer than 40 minutes. Actually, no, it was the points. That's what I should have put up, was higher than 250. I should do like 3,000. I would have been able to come back nice from that. So that's it for this one, folks. A very good game there. Learning a lot more. This is probably my favorite deck. The Scots, then this one, then the Americans, and then that darn SS Panzer Division. Just real hard to play with, I think, for me anyway. I'll have to learn how to play them, I should say. Again, they're lacking a lot of stuff in the middle. They've got some very good end game stuff with it being the Panthers, and they've got some very good beginning game stuff in terms of infantry. For example, the Panzer Grenadiers with their half-tracks are incredible, and a lot of their infantry has AT weapons, as where the Luftwaffe just simply does not. They've only got simple riflemen, really, and some very good aircraft, but that's about it. But imagine this deck, you playing this deck and your friend lending you air support if you detect something and you stop it with your Panzerschrecks or your Panthers, and you need, for example, Panzer IVs engaging a Sherman. Hey, why not have your friend come in with the ugly duck and quack it to death, that kind of thing. So, all right, very good, folks. Thanks for watching again. I'm going to continue to get better and learn from mistakes and learn from what the enemy does differently, both AI and human. And it's a good game. It's a really good game. So I would highly recommend it. It's not even out yet, and I'm loving it. 3 single-player campaigns, Brits, Americans, and Germans, all on D-Day. This makes me want to see Stalingrad 42, Steel Division Stalingrad 42. I just made that up, but I'd love to see it. So I'm calling it now there, guys. So hopefully we'll see some good stuff there. All right, well, that's it for me, folks. I will see you again soon. Hopefully we can get in a win. I got to show you guys. I can win. I got to show you. I've definitely done that before. But luckily with me playing against the AI, I get to slow down time and explain. If I'm playing with other people, then it's just more of kind of a banter show. And I know you guys want to see that too. So we'll be doing that. So again, remember to subscribe for live streams. Remember to just simply let me know, hey, we really do like this. Please play this more. That's the best way to do that. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching. Please pick this one up. I want to see you on the battlefield. And to Eugen and Paradox, that is like chocolate and peanut butter coming together and winning a free Corvette at the same time. Maybe not a Corvette. Maybe a Dodge. Viper? I don't know. You pick. All right, I'll see you all. Goodbye.